What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the More Cops on Duty podcast. I'm your co-host, Harry. With me, as always, is the Leo to my Scorsese, Edward Dools.
The Leo to your Scorsese.
Wow, that one?
I guess he does collaborate with... I mean, you could have also said the De Niro to your Scorsese.
Well, tune in next week. We'll see what I pick.
I'll take Leo any day.
Dools. Go ahead. Sorry.
What's happening, man?
Dools,
what's going on?
What is the More Cop podcast?
The More Cop podcast, the
More Cops on Duty, sorry.
It changes every week. And, for our listeners, our devoted listeners, that's extremely frustrating and confusing because they have no idea what they're going to get.
Yep.
But look, we like to keep you on your toes, so that's the way things are. Look, we're just a couple of hard-working civil servants just here talking about films, games, pop culture, whatever needs to be discussed. And we do so with gusto. Word of the day. Word of the day. I'll mark it down.
All right. Too easy, Dools. So we start every week with what we've watched in the last week.
I have no idea what this podcast is.
We'll find out. We start every week with what we've watched last week. Now, me and you both went to... We saw Rome. We both wanted to see Roma on Netflix, but we both agreed that we should see it in the cinema.
Correct. I believe it's a Netflix original. It may have had a different distributor in the States, but I believe it's a Netflix original. It's from Alfron...
I'm not even going to help you. Go ahead.
Alfron... Kurosawa...
Wow.
He did Gravity.
Alfonso Cuarón.
Okay, there it is.
Oh my god, that was like herding cats.
Unless it's a nice Christian name, I'm going to struggle.
Yeah, we saw Roma. Both saw Roma. Won Best Foreign Film in the Golden Globes, which we might be discussing a bit later. Directed by Alfonso Cuarón.
And didn't it win Best Director?
Won Best Director as
well.
There
you go. So that's pretty... And that's, I think, what sparked it for me being like, Best Direction. I think that's worthy of, seeing it on the big screen.
Absolutely. So the whole film is... Sorry, I was going to change my word.
Black and white.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole film is black and white that takes place within... is it South Mexico?
Yeah. So I'm in Mexico. So
Roma was the name of the village or the street in Mexico. Yeah.
I believe so.
Yep. So it all surrounds this one Mexican maid, as she tends to the family that she is employed by. And it's basically just like a year in her life, basically.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much sums up the plot. And the plot, I believe, and I think people might profoundly disagree with this. I think there could be so many takes on this film, like all films, but I think especially so with this one. The plot for me was secondary to the filmmaking.
Yes, I reckon the start of the film was Alfonso.
And he already demonstrated how good he was with Children of Man and Gravity, especially so with Gravity, and maybe even more so with this one because there's no CGI. It's all raw filmmaking. It's as really as basic as you can get, and it's using those basics of film techniques and camera work, cinematography to just showcase a really just well-made film. And the plot, while I think compelling at some points for me. Unfortunately, and this is just the way it is for me at least, foreign films, having to read the subtitles off the screen kind of will always detract from the experience and take you out of it just a little bit. And, you kind of, at least for me, I'm not as compelled by these characters' stories and motivations in such a... Do I sound like a racist or...
No, it makes sense. Because the subtitles, you having to pay attention to that more.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of so it's not. Wow, you're subconsciously.
You're not always a racist.
You will subconsciously absorb these characters in any other film, but through subtitles, you're kind of like, oh, okay, well, I've got to make sure I read what's going on here.
True.
So that's always in the back of your mind. But what do you think?
I really, really liked it. I thought, as a filmmaking standpoint, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I wouldn't contest Best Director. That's what I'd say.
I think there's no competition with Best Director. I think I could put my savings on Best Director and I'd win a lot of money. Well, not a lot. He's paying like $1.20.
The Oscars I've always found, I think it's always been slightly different with the Globes, but Oscars I've always found best director, it's not always the case, but more often than not, best director goes hand in hand with best picture. So last year was different, or maybe the year before, whatever. I think Damien Chazelle got it for La La Land, but didn't get it for best picture. But I think
he did for 20 seconds.
More often than not, that is the case. But I think we could get another example of that this year.
I don't think Roma
gets it. Yeah, it won't get best picture, but I think best director. I think you're right.
I think so. It might just be in contention for best foreign film. We don't really know yet. Which I think that if it is, it's a landslide. It's like there's no one else is going to touch Roma.
Yes.
For best foreign film. There's a new foreign film that I really want to see. It just came out called Shoplifters. It's about this Chinese family that adopted a daughter, and it just like the trailer it looks great. I really want to see that.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, all in all, really enjoyed Roma. A filmmaking masterpiece. Plot was like it reminded me a lot of Boyhood. That it wasn't really a plot. It was just like a time in the life.
Yeah, you just kind of Boyhood definitely has a much more extended look at the life. And if you haven't watched Boyhood, by the way, I actually caught like half of it the other week on TV. God damn, it's a good movie. But Ethan Hawke. But yeah, it's exactly as Harry said, a snapshot, a year in the life of. And like you witness the ups and downs of this young girl's life, and
she sees some downs, dude. There's like a particular scene that like it felt like a 10-minute long shot, which Alfonso loves that shit, man. Like he did in Gravity. The first 15 minutes of Gravity was one shot.
Yeah.
And there was that whole segment in Children of Men, the motorcycle fight during the forest. That was like all one shot. And
there was like another scene where I think they're just running through this war zone and it's following them, it's tracking them, and yeah, it's just beautifully made. But.
Yeah, like in Roma, there's this one shot that's like, it's not about what's going on around. It's literally just about this main character. What was her name again? Sophia? No, that's not right, is it?
No, Claire, yes.
Claire. Sorry, I'm still looking up the cast. Claire, yeah. It's literally just about her, and it's like what she's going through.
You got to look at
draws you in.
Yeah, like you also look at the family's life, separated from her, and like the mother of the family has her problems, and there's all kinds of drama going on. But mainly focuses on her. And look, I would. It's actually a little hard for me to, unless like you're a big kind of Oscar junkie, and you got to make sure you see all the films that are like. Hot tips for the Oscars or whatever it is, or just award season. It's actually a little hard for me to recommend it on Netflix, just because as we've said, the filmmaking. Yeah. Unless you've got a nice big screen at home, don't watch it on a laptop. You're gonna do it an injustice.
See it on the biggest screen you can, even though it's literally just a black and white small film about like this made. You need to see it in just like the film, the camera work and everything. He was also the
if you're a student of cinema and how films are made and all that stuff, I think you definitely have a lot to appreciate about it. So
absolutely,
yes.
Alright, so Glass is coming out this week for us, which we'll probably see Thursday night. We'll do an in-depth review next podcast. Yeah. That could be the
I think we could
podcast.
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah, just do a full spoiler. So I rewatched Unbreakable and Split. Dude, I do not remember Unbreakable being this good. Like I always knew it was like a good film. I really love Unbreakable.
It's good.
I fucking love that film. I'm pretty sure it's the second film that M. Night did, because his first one was Sixth Sense, and then Unbreakable, and then I think he went on to do Signs.
So a very strong start. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Sixth Sense is his first one?
I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up. But
okay,
right.
Unbreakable, I hadn't watched it, and so when you and I went and saw Split in 2017,
I think.
Yeah, whenever it came out, and then it has that end scene. Spoilers: Bruce Willis is sitting on a bus, and I think it
was in the diner.
Anna Sophia, no, fucking what's her name? Jeez, the main character of Split.
Anna Taylor-Johnson.
Is that Anna Taylor-Johnson? She, that sounds correct. Anna Taylor-Johnson gets on this bus, and lo and behold, Bruce Willis is there, and that to me is like, okay, cool, Bruce Willis is cameoing for whatever reason.
Well, you're getting this scene so wrong.
What?
The end of Split?
Yeah.
They're in a she doesn't see Bruce. It goes to a diner and there's
it's a diner
and it's showing the report.
For some reason I thought it was a bus. I don't know.
No, it was showing the report of what happened during.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, Bruce Willis has this cameo at the end of Split.
Sorry, Anya Taylor-Joy. Sorry, continue. Just
and you kind of turn to me this like look of like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? And yeah, I hadn't seen Unbreakable, so I didn't make the connection. But yeah, and I went and watched it almost immediately after Split, and I thought it held up. And I thought I was like, wow, this is great.
Awesome film. Unbreakable's a great film. I think Split's better.
Yeah,
because of two words, James McAvoy.
Yeah, I mean his performance is it's like it's breathtaking because he plays 17 different people.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy. Like
and that would be so much fun. You can imagine how fun that would be for an actor as well.
Yeah, but it'd also be so tiring.
Oh, it would be.
Imagine getting into the headspace like constantly.
But he would have had to get shredded for his role as the Beast and all that. So I mean, that added layer of.
I loved the Beast. So many people hated the Beast. I loved how.
I mean, I was loving how it seemed like there was, the trailers teased that there was a supernatural element, and then you thought, oh, maybe there isn't going to be, and then there is kind of at the end, but that didn't ruin it for me. I would have. Maybe thought it would have been cooler if somehow the Beast was explained in some other way. And, I always thought, like, oh, can't wait to see how they're going to explain this. And, but no, I thought, Split is excellent. And so, yeah, I think we're both on the same page with Glass, where we can't wait.
No, Glass is going to be brilliant. Honestly.
But we may as well touch on the fact that some early reviews are coming out for Glass.
Yep.
They're not overly favourable. They're a little lukewarm. Not everyone, but you could probably say the majority.
It's
so far.
Sitting on. I'll get it up.
And so to preface this, I would say the critics have been profoundly wrong before, especially if films.
36%.
Okay, so not great, but look, we're hopeful. I think Harry, you were telling me. Collider, some people on there, some personalities you trust have given it.
There's a lot of websites that I look at for reviews, big name websites that I don't think do film reviews correctly, and I think.
Are we going to name and shame?
I think IGN can't review a movie for shit. They gave Prisoners.
They have a very poor track record.
They gave Denis Villeneuve's Prisoners a 5.5.
That actually still I still cannot fathom that. I
understand that was 7 years ago, and I'm still pissed off about it.
I understand that's not the site, but the person reviewing. But at the same time, if I were the editor of that site, I'd be like, man, like that's nuts. Like maybe we should get another review up as well and kind of have two editors go head to head. That's what I would do in those situations if it's especially contentious. But anyway,
there's a host that works at Collider called Jeff Schneider. And he has almost the exact same opinion films as we do. Even with Roma. He said, I liked Roma. I don't think it's a masterpiece of a film. As filmmaking it is, not as a film. I'm like, film, which is what we agree.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole review because I don't want to hear anything about the story. He says, it's not a masterpiece, but I absolutely love this film. I give it 2 thumbs up. If I had a third thumb, I'd give that one up as well.
Beautiful. Well, that's all I want to hear. I have a feeling just because we do like Split and Unbreakable, M. Night's going to, give us a little bit of fan service here and there. He's going to give us his usual twists, which I love. And I don't know. I think people maybe built this up in their mind. I think the problem here might be, and I'm completely guessing, of course, but I have a feeling I'm right, is that they were expecting a different film. Unbreakable was Unbreakable. Split was Split. And Glass is going to be Glass. They were expecting a sequel to Split. This is its own film. Yes, they're connected. Split's
not an umbrella.
But yes, it's connected. Yes, it's technically the third film in what's meant to be a trilogy, his superhero trilogy. But at the same time, it's its own movie, and I think people going in were like expecting Split too. I'm guessing here. I'm not going in expecting that, and I think we're going to have our expectations tempered, and we're going to be satisfied.
Yeah,
that's
I think it's going to be good.
And if that's not the case, then we'll tell you on the next episode. So.
Dools, I've also I saw this a couple weeks ago, but I just didn't raise it because I didn't think it needed to be raised. But everyone is obsessing about this fucking Bird Box film.
Lay it out, Has.
I saw it. Lay
it out.
Have you seen it yet?
No, you told me to avoid it. So
can I spoil it right now?
Oh, I mean, would I hate it?
How about watch it and then we can talk about it next week?
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Well, I mean, do you still have some stuff to say that's non-spoilerish, or
No. We'll talk about it when you've seen it. Like,
all right, I'll watch it then.
I just think it's the laziest film I've seen in years. Brooklyn Nine-Nine started up again. Both watched the first episode. It's a very great episode.
You're poor.
Congratulations, you're poor. Great. Not one of the best. If
you don't watch this show, what
what
in the Sam hell are you doing? This is like it's the perfect sitcom.
It is.
Dude, this show is 6 seasons in now.
Yeah.
And it's still as funny as it always
is.
Always. I mean, that is truly, truly rare. Most shows of this caliber often,
Peter
still stay on the air somehow because people watch it. Big Bang Theory. Oh god. But
you right?
Sorry, I just had a terrible, terrible taste in my mouth.
That was such a shit joke.
But I think, I don't know if it's on its level, but I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine is almost in the same category of maintaining quality as, dare I say, Seinfeld and Curb. I wouldn't put it on the same bar, but it's in that category of somehow maintaining its quality.
Same with The Office. Like towards season 8, it started to lose quality.
Yeah.
Like around season 6, it still was going really strong.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I haven't watched nearly as much as you, but I would agree with that. Parks and Rec, I don't know if you've watched.
I've never watched Parks and Rec. I've been told to many times.
Oh, and Always Sunny, we should probably mention even.
Always Sunny's hilarious, dude. I fucking love it.
So yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's back with that. Giving you a full play-by-play of the new episode. Go watch it. You can watch it for free on SBS On Demand. So the episodes stay out for a week after their release. So
yeah,
get to it.
Dools, let's go into News of the Week. Can you give me like a jingle for News of the Week?
I don't know. I'm just. It's like that old 70s, like breaking news kind of thing.
All right. So I've got a whole list of news. I think you got a couple points as well. I'm gonna we'll list them off, and I want you to say let's talk about it or throw it in the trash. Okay?
Alrighty.
Because there's a lot to talk through. But, we only have so much time. Golden Globes happened this week, Dools.
Yeah, let's just give this one a quick run through. Golden Globes, Rami Malek, Best Actor in a drama.
Yep, correct.
By the way, how is that in The Star Is Not Born not considered a musical, by the way?
How is Vice considered a comedy musical as well?
I mean, I could maybe give a pass on Vice for comedy just because, it's a darkish comedy. But at the same time, it's a drama. So, but I don't know. I think this is the Golden Globes. Whoever the
Hollywood Foreign Press.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is their way of being like, ooh, how do we give out 2 Best Pictures? It's like, you lazy fuckers. But
Green Book got it for comedy musical.
Best Picture.
Yeah,
I thought Vice did.
Nope.
What?
Green Book.
Are you sure? Are you certain?
I'm 100% certain, but I'll show you winners and nominees.
Sorry, I could have sworn. Okay, so maybe I'm only thinking of Christian Bale then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
he won it for Best Actor.
Oh, okay, my mistake. So okay, Rami Malek beats out Bradley Cooper, Willem Dafoe, etc., and so on. And then Christian Bale wins, which I believe. Wait, Lin-Manuel Miranda nominated.
Yeah.
In Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you seen Mary Poppins?
I haven't, but I still. Well, yeah.
You've got no opinion. So all in all, big talking points is Bohemian Rhapsody beating out A Star Is Born for Best Picture in a Drama. That is big. Also, Glenn Close taking in Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama away from Lady Gaga, who was the favourite. Rami Malek, I've been calling this for weeks, dude. Like, ever since I saw Bohemian Rhapsody, Rami Malek's going to storm this award season. And he's going to come from nowhere.
But having said that, it did surprise you that Bohemian Rhapsody beat out A Star Is Born.
Oh, I don't think it should have won, no.
Yeah.
I think A Star Is Born is a better film.
So that's also another example of, Best Actor going hand in hand with Best Film. Although, again, not always the case, but still interesting. I think... I would have definitely given... I mean, if it was out of the two, I sort of don't even know if Star Is Born is the best film of the year. But if it was out of the two, I probably would have gone to Star Is Born.
Same.
So, yeah.
Same. Bohemian Rhapsody, excellent film, but... Oh, well. Question I want to ask you, Dools, is does the Golden Globes matter?
Look, they're always like, classified as like the Oscars preview.
Yeah.
Do we really care who the winners are? No, I think when people talk about, so what's going to get Best Picture? They're talking about the Oscars.
Yeah.
Who's going to get Best Actor? We're talking about the Oscars.
Best Picture comedy musical.
Yeah,
right.
It's just assumed. I think the Golden Globes really took a step back when they were like, and Best Comedy Musical goes to The Martian. Ridley Scott said it all during that segment. What?
Yeah, he got up there and goes, I don't know how this is a comedy, but...
I mean, we scrapped that musical number, so I still don't know how. But anyway, Matt Damon dancing on Mars. I mean, it could have worked.
Alright, well, our topic the week later is doing some predictions for what's going to get nominated for the Oscars. So
we'll get to that in due time.
Alright, my next point of the news, or do you want to choose one from yours?
What you got? What do you got?
Captain Marvel projected to make $160 million on the opening weekend alone.
Boom. This isn't really huge news. It's Marvel. This is run of the mill these days. It's awesome that they're making these numbers. I continue to think that great. I hope that they continue succeeding at this level. It means more quality films.
It means that they can hire.
It means that they know. I still think it might seem to the average moviegoer that they're shitting these things out, but their quality, they're making sure they do really take the time to make sure they're getting the best writers and directors. They haven't really had a flop or a dud critically or commercially. Yeah, they've had some films that aren't as good as others, but dude, they continue to hit it out of the park, man.
Agreed.
And that's why it's actually going to really burn when we do get the first shit Marvel movie.
I know.
And when that is or what that is.
Imagine if it's Endgame.
Don't you even... Don't.
Touch on wood.
All right.
Next. That's all that needs to be said. Final Destination reboot is being developed by the Saw creators.
That's all you. What do you think?
You can throw that in the bin.
Whoa! There it is.
We don't need another one. They were fun when they're like a early 2000s it's like making another American Pie for the 90s.
American Pie Reunion wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but that was also 12 years ago. Making one now, it's not going to work.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Did people like Jigsaw? I don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. I feel like the Saw movies have been going. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Saw fans always love the Saw movies. It's probably
good old 35% on Rotten Tomatoes.
But I don't think that really means it. I mean, let's have a quick look at the audience score here. Yeah. It'll be in the 50s or 60s.
90%.
Well, there you go.
Right.
So the fans are always there for these movies.
Average rating is 4.6.
I think these directors are making them. That's huge. That's
on Netflix or Stan. I'm gonna watch that.
That is night and day. See, never. You really got to learn to not go with the critics on these because they're holding horror films to a particular standard these days. It's almost like they have a rule book. But if the fans are saying that, fans who are diehard fans of the franchise saying, "No, man, 90%," then that's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Well, Final Destination, we'll see. Next one, Dools. Eddie Murphy is officially returning for Coming to America 2.
I'm all in. I'm surprised Eddie Maguire... Sorry.
Eddie Maguire.
Eddie Murphy.
Jesus Christ.
What an egregious...
How did you think of Maguire?
It's a slip. I didn't think of it. It was just a slip.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Eddie Murphy, I'm surprised he's still kicking, to be completely honest with you. I thought he dropped off the face of the planet. I mean...
he's still living on that Shrek money.
I mean, he could. He very easily could. Or maybe he's reaching that point where it's I gotta do something.
They're doing a Shrek reboot?
I've heard that. I'd be interested to see if they got the original cast.
If they don't, I'm out.
I think let's think about who the original cast is.
Mike
Myers, Eddie Murphy. I think they both need work. Why wouldn't they come back? Although who I barely recognised in Bohemian Rhapsody was Mike Myers, and I was like, damn, he's good.
He came out.
He can act.
He came out at the Golden Globes and talked about Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's cool.
Each Best Picture nominee gets someone from the film to come out and just talk about it.
That's cool. I didn't know that because I don't watch the Golden Globes. So
here we are on a movie podcast.
So Eddie Murphy. Well, look, Coming to America 2. That's got to be a working title. You can do so much with that title. Coming back to America.
Yeah, returning to America.
Yeah, returning to America. Climbing the Wall. I mean, there's so much potential here. I mean, I don't know. We can make a quick game of this, or I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
We've got plenty of time.
Return to America, Climbing the Wall, Coming Back to America 2, Electric Boogaloo. I don't know. Well, you got anything?
2 Coming to America.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Surely is Wesley Snipes? He's out of jail, right? No, sorry.
What a question.
No, wait. It actually wasn't even Wesley Snipes that was starring opposite him. It was someone else, wasn't it? It looks just like him. It looks just like 90s Wesley Snipes. That's not, I swear to God, I gotta start saying I'm not racist because...
Do you mean, oh, he does, yeah. Arsenio Hall. Yeah, Arsenio Hall definitely looks like Wesley Snipes.
Arsenio Hall. He's also in...
I'm looking it up.
God damn. He looks just like Wesley Snipes. It's not just me.
Black Dynamite, Harlem Nights. Sandy Wexler. No, Sandy Wexler was a piece of trash, man.
Alright.
Yeah,
okay.
Continue.
Good enough. Yeah, why not? It could be good. It actually could be. I think you can tell it's going to be like, there's going to be a plethora of Trump jokes.
Yeah.
Like, you can... This movie writes itself.
It does. It literally just turns on Fox News and just, like, records it and turns that into a script.
Yeah. So, I actually caught it not too recently on TV, like, maybe a couple months ago, and I was like, this is still a good movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why not? Whatever.
Epic. Dools. Throw it in the trash or let's talk about it. The Minecraft film is moving forward.
Trash.
Okay. Dools, Star Trek 4 has been cancelled.
Okay, let's quickly talk about this. So, from what I understand, they were making a Star Trek 4 that was a continuation from Star Trek Beyond, which is the Chris Pine, new iteration, blah, blah, blah.
Great film,
I actually really, really like those Star Trek movies. I haven't
Great
watched
trilogy.
I haven't watched a single episode of a Star Trek TV series. I don't know why, I just haven't. I mean, like, it was of a different era mainly. But I saw that first one when it came out, and I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. I mean, shit, is this what Star Trek is? I mean, apparently it's very sensationalized and very J.J. Abrams. But and then Into Darkness was quite good, Benedict Cumberbatch as a villain, and then Idris Elba as the villain in the third. So they're actually really well made films. But from what I understand, this is different to the rumored Quentin Tarantino directed Star Trek movie, which is meant to be completely like his own.
Yeah, like a standalone.
Yeah, so hopefully that doesn't impact that. They've apparently shelved this one indefinitely because it's lost its director and writer, so it is a little concerning. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll come back one day. But because it is being put away for however long, unfortunately they might have to reboot it when it does come back because Chris Pine and all them, they'll have moved on and be older and all that. So anyway, yeah.
Okay. No, I agree. I really like the trilogy. I thought it was I liked it a lot more than I ever thought I would. I'm like you. I've never seen an episode of Star Trek. Just doesn't tickle my fancy. But
really.
No.
Doesn't fancy your tickle?
No, fancy my tickle. Okay. Well, maybe later. But
Whoa.
No, but JJ really brought something to the reboot that I know that just really.
It was just fresh, man. I mean, yeah, it was just fresh and new, and it was not unlike what he did with Force Awakens. And I would dare say Disney and Lucasfilm looked at his Star Trek iteration and were like, this is the kind of injection and new blood we need to revitalize Star Wars. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that almost served as like the testing bed for Force Awakens, so yeah.
If another one doesn't get made, then it's not the end of the world because I thought they made a great trilogy.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you. I really hope it doesn't affect the Tarantino one because that's gonna be weird. And
oh my god, like an R-rated Star Trek. He's always said he wanted to do sci-fi, and it's also interesting because it provides a loophole for. He's always maintained that he wants to do 10 films and be done. But he's also there's a caveat there, which is that 10 films that he's writing and directing from scratch. The upcoming Once Upon a Time in Hollywood would be the 9th, but Star Trek's a loophole because he's only directing that, and I don't think he's counting that towards his 10. So that's why, yeah, I would love it if it still went ahead.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, Tools. World War Z 2 is starting to film in March. David Fincher is directing.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt come back?
Brad Pitt's back. I think so.
Fuck yes. I know a lot of people thought the first one was like, not good, not bad. I really liked it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was sick, dude.
Really?
The zombies climbing on top of each other and like they're like, dude, I was about time we had like zombies that posed a threat, like, you know, like were sprinting after you, were actually quicker, and, like we're, you know, climbing over the top of each other and building walls. Like, I mean, holy shit, man! I thought the first one was great.
Yep, Brad Pitt's back for World War Z 2.
Oh, I'm all in. Yeah.
Yep. I'm in.
Why it's taken so long? Something must have gone on. I think they must have been close to not making it.
Well, the original film was based on a book by Max Brooks, and it was nowhere near. Like, the only thing that was common with the book was the title. Okay. So I think Max was really hesitant to allow them to make a sequel using that name. Because have you read the book? The book's excellent.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
The book is all these like short stories that happened, like all these short stories from different people during a zombie apocalypse.
That's cool.
It's really awesome.
Yeah,
it's really awesome.
Anthology.
The way that they get rid of all the zombies is just like so cool. Like, I think I can say it. You're never going to read this book.
Well, I mean, they might incorporate it into the movie. You never know, but if that's like the big plot point of getting rid of the zombies, that would likely translate into the film.
Really? Okay, fine.
You don't think so?
Well, the first one had nothing to do with
just tell me.
Okay, so they literally, like, from one end of the country, they just like from each state by state, they make a whole line of military and like people. They train heaps of people for like 6 months. They make this whole line and they just literally like set up stations and they make noise and stuff. So all these zombies are coming through and they're just picking them off one by one.
See, that sounds so simple. Yet I can envision it being extremely effective, and it makes shows like The Walking Dead seem so fucking us. But it's so stupid for not thinking of it.
They literally like put up barriers so they can't get close.
Like,
to
yeah,
them.
you could just go to nearby football stadiums or something.
Yeah,
and that's perfect.
Yeah,
like so. Yeah, that's.
But like they got things like they've got therapists there and stuff. So like if someone seems like they're getting too tired, they're like, no, you're taking a break, and they put someone else in.
Yeah, it's genius.
Like that.
Yeah,
like it's genius. It's such a like a.
But
simple.
Just very quickly before we move on, one thing that I really did like about World War Z, and you barely see. I mean, we say Z here, but it's Z, so you know we'll abide by the American rules for this instance. The one thing you never see in zombie movies.
So brave.
The one thing you never see in zombie movies is that continuation of government. It's just always assumed that government's completely dissolved and just dropped off the face of the planet. It's like, that would never happen.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen. Like, there's always contingency plans. It's like some form of government and military would still exist. And that is the case in World War Z. Like, they've got these airships going around and, like, you know, Brad Pitt's interacting with government officials and government's still alive in some capacity. And that's what I, like, appreciated about it. It was, like, still early stages apocalypse and, like, you know, we got that glimpse into it. And so, I mean, that's what separated it from the crowd, so to speak. That's why it felt different to me.
Sure.
So there was still that grounded element to it besides sprinting zombies. So
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. And the last one on my list is Disney Fox deal is expected to close in March.
Awesome.
I think it's $71 billion.
Damn.
That's a lot.
I thought it was like 65 or something in the end, but yeah, maybe it went up for some reason.
Maybe. But what do you think's going to come from this deal?
It's a drop in the ocean for Disney.
It is, yeah, honestly. Like, what do you think's going to come from this deal?
Besides the obvious, you know, for Marvel fans, it is X-Men and Fantastic Four properties joining the fray. That's awesome. That's pretty much the last of it.
Deadpool as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's X-Men, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
I think we might be surprised. I think we've had Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, or chairman, sorry, comment on, you know, possibilities of 20th century Fox movies appearing and, you know, still being produced. And he's like, and he was asked about Deadpool 3, being like, you know, you can't ignore the success of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. And he was like, you're right, we can't ignore it. And, you know, that's hints at possibilities. A toned down Deadpool in the MCU, I mean, would Marvel be open to having separate universes that collide every once in a while? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how things work out. But I think it's no doubt X-Men and Fantastic Four will play a role in the MCU in the years to come. So.
A toned down Deadpool I don't think works, and I think it's proven with Once Upon a Time in Deadpool. They put him down to a PG-13 in America rating, without any swearing or not much violence and stuff, and it got reviewed through the ground. Like it dug its own grave.
And they tried their hardest to like make it look fun and fresh and like, you know, and more surprisingly was that I thought it was just for the DVD release, but apparently they put it out for another short run in cinemas as well.
Yeah.
Greedy fuckers.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon that might have been just like a test to see what they could, like, if it still makes money.
Apparently it was a condition upon making Deadpool 2, even though I think they were going to make it anyway, but I think the Fox executives were like, well, look, let's just get it to as many people as possible. Even though the first one made so much, it still should have been reason enough, but yeah.
Agreed. Dools, what do you got on your list?
I got a couple of things. I can just run through them. So, big one. This is games related. If you're not into video games, then you know, not huge for you. But so Bungie, who is an independent game studio,
they've made. This is a good one. This is a big one.
They've made, you know, franchises such as Halo and Destiny. So Halo, I'm sure most people would know, it's a huge Xbox kind of franchise. Still is part of the Xbox family and made by different people now. But basically, Bungie, who are exclusively partnered with Microsoft when they did Halo, moved on to create their own new franchise called Destiny, and they partnered with Activision, another big, huge publisher who make like Call of Duty games and that stuff. And so that's what they were doing for the past few years. And I think they had like a 4-game deal which was meant to span 10 years, and I think we're still maybe 2 or 3 years away from them having closed that contract. Basically, they've split from them early. This is huge news for gamers because a lot of people thought Bungie they weren't themselves. They weren't producing the kind of quality people and fans knew they could produce under Activision's kind of hold.
Yeah,
so
like
this is like, if you're a fan of their games, if you're a fan of Destiny, I think Destiny 3, there is huge reason to be excited now, because I mean they're going to be completely, you know, unbarred from fulfilling their vision. So I think for me personally, I'm really keen to see where they go, because the Halo games are some of my favorite games of all time. So
yeah, nice. I think I reckon that's massive for the industry as well.
Massive news for industry wise, yeah, because I think it just
Destiny is a king at the moment. Like, it is a big tentpole of gaming. It's not like a juggernaut like Fortnite is at the moment, but
no.
But it's still massive. People still play it every single day.
Yeah, it's one of those games as a service where, you know, you're expected to stay on for a while. The whole idea is player retention, so they want to keep you playing. The new content and all new updates, all this kind of stuff is meant to keep you playing, and that's how those games work and survive. But I think wherever they take, whichever direction they take it now, I can't wait to see.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yes. And also, very very quickly, I saw some brief news about this. At what stage it's at, I'm not sure, but basically, Martin Scorsese will be creating a Bob Dylan documentary, which is going to air exclusively for Netflix. So that is pretty cool, I think.
Dude, Netflix and Scorsese starting a little relationship.
I know, it's interesting. And Netflix, and Scorsese being the traditionalist he is, or at least you thought him to be, very interesting how he's raring to go with Netflix.
Saying like they're starting to
I think they're just throwing money at him though.
Yeah, same as Fonzo though.
Yeah.
They got the Quran.
But I mean, Scorsese.
No, that looks great. I'll watch that. I love Bob Dylan and I love Scorsese, so why not? What's next?
I mean, that's all. That's all. The only stuff that I had that we hadn't already covered.
Alright, sweet. So next week we've got Punisher coming out, the season 2 of Punisher.
Ooh-wee. I think that'll be next Friday.
Friday. So I reckon. Not next week, but probably the episode after, we'll probably just be able to do a spoiler cast on that bad boy.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get through it pretty quickly. Yeah. I'm keen for it.
Exactly. Spoilers, we record these on Saturdays, so we're not going to be able to watch it in like 12 hours.
Well... I mean, if we did the Sunday...
well, it's up to negotiation.
I think the Glass review will probably take...
Yeah, that's going to take majority.
Yes.
Let's be honest. We've been waiting for this one for a while. Dools, topic of the week. Can you give me a jingle for topic of the week?
That's all I got.
Awesome, that was really great. Alright, so topic of the week. So the Golden Globes just happened.
I'm really just the worst co-host.
Golden Globes have happened. It's now the home stretch to the Oscars. Oscars are on the 25th of February.
Woo.
end of January, we get the nominations. I want to go through just the main 6 tent poles: Best Picture, Actor, Actress, Supporting Actor, Supporting Actress, and Director, and we'll predict who we think will get nominated.
Sounds good.
Should we start from the back end and go Best Director first, and we end with
I think
Best
we
Picture?
work our way to Best Picture, yes.
Yeah, I agree. Best Director, first name comes on top of your head.
Best Director. Okay. I do want to say... Oh, God. I can't fuck it up again. Alfonso Cuarón.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit.
Thank God.
Yeah, Alfonso Cuarón. That's number 1 on my list as well.
I think if it's not him... I'm not going to rule out Bradley Cooper.
No, but I'm saying who's going to get nominated.
Oh, so... Okay, yes,
Yeah.
Of course.
We'll talk about that when the nominations have come out.
So yes.
Alfonso Cuarón, absolutely.
Bradley.
Yep. I'll put that on my list.
I'm forgetting who, but...
Name the film, I'll be able to.
But I know there was that controversy with Bryan Singer, so maybe not, but whoever directed Bohemian Rhapsody.
The last 2 weeks of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, so I think that's actually... I think the Oscars are good. Because I don't think was he nominated in the Golden Globes, Best Director?
No.
Because, I think that tells you everything you need to know. The fact that won Best Picture, but it wasn't even nominated for Best Director.
No, it won't get nominated.
Because of that controversy.
Because of the controversy.
I would also say... Why not? I think... I'm forgetting her name, but whoever directed this... Lynn Ramsey.
Lynn Ramsey. You were never really here?
I definitely think she'll be nominated. I'd be shocked if she isn't.
See, this is also a point I want to go into as well. Films that we think should be recognised but won't be. I think You Were Never Really Here is not going to touch the Oscars. Unfortunately,
that is a shame. Do you think it's because of its subject matter or its abstractness?
I think it's because it's a bit abstract. I think it hasn't got enough support behind it. If I was nominating anything, I'd nominate it for Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Picture. I think it's an exceptional film. If you haven't seen You Were Never Really Here, please just do yourself the honour and just go watch it. It's produced by Umbrella Entertainment, an Australian production company based in Melbourne that do great films such as In Like Flynn, Backtrack Boys, and The Merger just last year. The Merger is
of interest.
The Merger is an excellent film. Merger is an excellent film. Everyone go see The Merger. Great Australian comedy. But yeah, that'd be a nice right hook if that comes in. If she comes in, Lynn Ramsey to be nominated. That'd be.
Well,
awesome.
mate, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play Hollywood's own game, and I'm going to scream from the rooftops, "Where are all the female nominees?"
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, well, I reckon she definitely deserves it.
So yeah, why not, man? I definitely think, and not just because she's a fucking woman, but it deserves it.
It's an excellent film.
Yeah. So there you go. You get the best of both worlds. She actually deserves it.
Exactly. I also think that Spike Lee is going to be nominated.
Oh yeah.
For Black Klansman.
I'm surprised. Was that even in the running at the Golden Globes for best film?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
For best drama.
Because I think I'm gonna think that's nominated as well for best film.
It's on my list as well. We'll see.
There you go.
I'm not. This is where.
Collected this yet, Az?
No, I haven't yet.
I'm just worried about you.
Oh, thank you. So I reckon the next one that's certain to get nominated is Adam McKay for Vice.
Yes.
Almost certain to get
Best
nominated.
Director, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so now we get down to...
Sorry. How many nominees?
About 5.
For Director?
Yes.
And film, I swear they change it every year.
It go maximum's 10. They go 5 to 10. I think we can average out to 7.
Okay, interesting. But it's always 5 for Director.
Yeah.
Okay, so very quickly. Alfonso, Bradley, Adam...
Yep.
Spike.
Yep.
Lynn.
I reckon...
Who would replace Lynn?
So we got the 5th. I reckon those 4. I reckon they're certain, right?
Yep.
I reckon the 5th spot's a bit...
Who else could replace?
Okay, so I'm putting forward Damien Chazelle for First Man.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, shit, I forgot about First Man.
We were thinking First Man, Barry
and
Jenkins.
They love him, dude.
Yeah, Barry Jenkins for If Beale Street Could Talk.
Okay.
Yorgos Lanthimos for...
Thanos.
Yorgos Lanthimos, sorry. Thank you. Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favourite.
Okay.
He did The Lobster. He did Killing of a Sacred Deer. Also watched The Lobster last week. What a fucking weird film, but brilliant. Like
it's good.
It's so weird. And also complete lowest ends of the odds scale, but still has a slight chance as Bo Burnham for 8th grade.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Cool.
Who my final pick, if I had to pick for the fifth, because I think we both agree, if Alfonso, Bradley, Spike, and Adam are getting nominated.
So I think, should we even attempt to see who we might win, or should we just leave that completely till nominations?
I reckon we leave that till nominations, right. Yeah. I would pick, in my mind, who I'd love to get nominated is Damien Chazelle for that fifth pick.
I think that's fair. I actually don't think...
I think Yorgos Lanthimos is going to get nominated.
I don't know if Bradley's a lock, actually, if the more that I think about it.
For director? Like, for getting nominated?
Yeah.
You don't think Bradley Cooper's going to get nominated?
It's not a lock.
Oh, okay, I disagree.
Because as you listed off those other ones, it's like, oh, there is competition.
There is a big competition.
Especially if there's only 5 slots. There's serious competition. I think, is there anything really remarkable about the direction in the film? I'm not... When I think of First Man, I think, God damn. Like, yeah, I like the cinematography, the direction that stays with me.
Yep.
The performances stay with me, and yeah, that is a part of direction in A Star Is Born, but I don't know. But it'd be I mean,
if you took Bradley Cooper out,
I'm not. I think you're probably right that he's more than likely going to be nominated. But sure. I don't think now as you listed those other ones, it's like I became more uncertain. So
sure, no, that's fine. But if you took Bradley Cooper out, you've got Alfonso, you've got Spike, you've got Adam McKay. Who would the other two be?
I really think the dark horse is Lynn Ramsey, and
Lynn Ramsey.
I think maybe
Chazelle or Yorgos or Barry Jenkins.
Chazelle, I think Chazelle actually is a lock. More than Bradley.
And Lynn Ramsey. Put her in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
Right. Let's move on.
Awesome.
We got it.
Best Supporting Actress, Dools. So Regina King won it for.
I fear I may have not seen a few of these movies.
That's alright. Cool. Some of them aren't even out yet for us. So Regina King won it for Best Supporting Actress for If Beale Street Could Talk at the Golden Globes.
Okay, cool.
She's the favourite at the moment, but I reckon the serious contender is Amy Adams out of Vice.
Oh, yes. I agree.
Yeah, and I thought Amy Adams completely dominated the role. What was her name again? Lynn Chaney? Lynn Chaney, yep. She, like, especially that scene towards the beginning of the film, this isn't a spoiler, but a young Dick Cheney gets done for drink driving.
Oh, I love her speech.
Yeah, and she literally just like sits him down and is just like, "Am I wasting my time here? Because I can go off and love someone else. Am I wasting my time here?"
Yeah,
and like the way she delivered
very Claire Underwood,
but it's like
how she's like, there's very much there's always a powerful woman behind a powerful man kind of thing. Like, just pulling the strings almost. Like, she was his motivation.
And there's various times through the film where you can see where her like loyalties lie.
Yeah, well, I mean, she was very much behind Dick, but she was after the power as well, just as much as he was.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, I don't know if he intentionally did this, but I mean, you got to think he did. Maybe just not to appear too biased, but I think that really did humanize Dick. Besides all the crazy shit that you saw going on in the office, when it came to his home life, he was really humanized. How he was so accepting of his gay daughter, and just like he's just like unabashed love for his wife, true devotion to his wife. And so I think whether that was intentionally shown to humanize him, but then again, that's probably just how it was. So he wasn't going to fabricate parts of his life just for the sake of the movie. So. Yep. But yes, I agree. She will definitely be nominated.
I reckon who should also be definitely nominated, who I think will definitely be nominated, is Claire Foy out of First Man. The wife to Neil Armstrong.
What's that other movie she was in though? That apparently
Unsane. She's out of The Crown. Is that what you're thinking of?
But what was she nominated for at the Golden Globes? Wasn't she, I don't think it was First Man, was it?
Was she nominated? This year's Golden Globes.
Do you want to double check?
Yeah.
Just
keep talking about First Man and I'll get it.
So First Man, I mean, it's interesting we haven't brought up Ryan Gosling. Well, I don't think... Was he nominated for Golden?
Nope.
Okay, so that's interesting. But it also doesn't surprise me. I mean, like, Ryan Gosling, he's an extremely popular actor and, has great performances in La La Land and, Drive, Blade Runner. But he didn't...
She was nominated for First Man.
Okay. Oh, okay. My mistake. I'm not sure what I was thinking of. So I think that'll be interesting when we get to first actor whether we think he makes a cut.
Maybe.
But yeah, again, First Man's an excellent film, so there's no surprise. Yeah, Claire Foy definitely brought a far more emotional role into it. Neil was very... I didn't really know what Neil Armstrong was like as a person, so it was all new to me, and you just got to believe that that's how he was as a person, because you got to imagine they want it to be as accurate as possible.
Absolutely.
So that was interesting seeing how he behaved as a person. He just seemed like a bit of an introvert, I think would be fair to say.
Yeah. So like...
Didn't have like a standout performance, but if you look at it the lens of, well, he's doing his best to portray this person as close as he can, then it was very impressive. So
I agree with you wholeheartedly that I agree with you the same as with me, that I didn't know anything about Neil Armstrong, how his personality, how he was as a person, and I think the majority of people nowadays are the exact same. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah.
So everyone just sees him as an icon, right?
Yes.
Like a human hero, basically, first person to be on the moon. And what First Man did so well that people just aren't giving it credit for, which really annoys me, is that it really humanized Neil Armstrong. And I think the main point of humanizing Neil Armstrong was Claire Foy. I think she brought him down to earth, pun intended. Literally, beginning of the film, they go through some tragedy. And you could tell how much it affects Claire Foy and Ryan Gosling throughout the whole film. They show it, but Claire Foy shows how much it affects the whole family, and how much it affects him leaving all the time to go into space affects her and her whole family.
And not just that, but because they were all in a neighborhood with other astronauts, seeing some neighbors become widows, and would have had a profound effect on her, and that happened more often than not, and that was actually really shocking to see how many just harmless, well, not harmless obviously, but like what should be like tests that they've done hundreds of times, just run-of-the-mill tests that they do all the time, turn into catastrophes. Especially one scene that comes to mind, obviously, where 3 people lose their lives and then instantly 3 wives become widows. So yeah, it's crazy, man. And then just to see that ripple effect through that community, and Neil and his wife and family, and that's what the film. That's why I was titled that, not like Apollo 11 or whatever. It was about. Was it Apollo 11 or
Apollo 13?
Okay, my mistake.
Was it?
I think Apollo 13 was the second mission to the moon.
Oh, I'm thinking about the film. Sorry. Yeah, Apollo 11.
Yeah. So right. That's why it wasn't called Apollo 11, not because Apollo 13 exists, but because it was about Neil, and the mission to the moon was secondary.
You're correct.
Although the mission to the moon very much consumed him, and that's why it was so prevalent in the film. But
also, just while we're talking about First Man, Justin Hurwitz, the composer for La La Land and for First Man.
He might fucking win, man. That soundtrack still sticks with me.
He won the Golden Globe.
Yep.
And that soundtrack it's very La La Land-ish at times, but it's super, super awesome. And
it's just really awe-inspiring, and just a huge emphasis on strings and percussion in it. And I listened to this one song, like just the song that plays during the landing as they're hovering over the moon preparing for landing. It's fucking phenomenal, man. It's a masterclass of sound design and music and film score.
Yeah, I listen to this song called Armstrong Cabin like multiple times a week. It's awesome.
Yeah,
great score. I think we'll get nominated and win for a score. Speaking of winning, so Best Supporting Actress so far, we've got Regina King, Amy Adams, Claire Foy. I think we can all both agree that they're getting nominated. Next,
I was actually going to bring it up, and you've got it here. I see.
Go ahead.
Who would win out of? I might pronounce her name wrong, but Saoirse
Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan. Okay, there you go. Fucking Gaelic fucking name.
Gaelic is what you said, just in case someone.
So that film looks very intriguing. And,
Mary Queen of Scots.
Yeah, and so, but it has the two of them, and it's almost
Margot Robbie. And
so who's the lead? Who's the supporting? I guess they could both be nominated for lead, if possibly. But I haven't seen the movie. You have Margot Robbie down here. So I mean, you haven't seen it, have you?
No, I just see she's getting a lot of praise, and there's a big campaign behind her.
Interesting, man. She blew the fuck into the scene after Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
didn't
she did.
And then she killed it in the ice skating one. Ice skating Olympian.
I, Tonya.
Yeah, she's amazing, that dude.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Did you know? You remember?
She used to be on Neighbours.
Remember the movie Focus with Will Smith?
Oh, I never saw it.
So she filmed that before they filmed Wolf of Wall Street, but they put it on the bench for a year and a half until Wolf of Wall Street was released because they knew that she'd blow up.
Right. Interesting.
Smart. It's very smart. It's very smart. Do we release it now and just go?
It's like yeah. Even though we have Will Smith in this movie, we're still gonna wait. Like
yeah, it's like but like they'll probably get double the audience then.
It's true.
But yeah. So I think Margot Robbie. I haven't seen Mary Queen of Scots yet, but she's getting a massive campaign behind her, and I think that the Oscars love her.
Cool.
The Academy loves her. Emma Stone would be my final pick for The Favourite. She got nominated for Golden Globe. That's a movie that I think we should both see in the next week or two.
Okay.
Directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough name to pronounce.
What else has he done? Do you know?
The Lobster.
Oh right, sorry, that guy. Yeah. Cool.
This film looks amazing. Apparently it's written perfectly, acted even more perfectly. And I think that Emma Stone will be recognised for that. And the Academy love Emma Stone. They love Emma Stone.
They love her, darling.
Do you have any other picks for Best Supporting Actress?
Supporting Actress, no. Because, I'm trying to... That's just one that... Because, they are the supporting character. It's like, I can't really...
Same Supporting Actor as well.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I'm going to... Best Supporting Actress... Nah, I really can't.
Have a think. Like, if you think of anything, we can go back to it.
I'm sure we're going to get far more into it and predict our winner in the once nominations.
Absolutely. And we can go way more in depth with it and stuff. And I'm sure we would have seen a lot more movies by then. But
exactly. I think we even maybe do that a week before the Oscars. So that way, we want to space this out from the predictions episode.
And plus, Beale Street comes out the beginning of Feb for us, which I've got us preview tickets to, by the way.
Ooh,
yeah, you're welcome.
Cool.
And I want to see Mary Queen of Scots. I think you do as well, right?
Yeah.
And
I love a little period piece. So
do I. And Favourite, I think we're both going to see that next week. Awesome. Yep. All right. So as it stands, our pick for 5 Best Supporting Actress is Regina King from Beale Street, If Beale Street Could Talk, Amy Adams from Vice, Claire Foy from First Man, Emma Stone from The Favourite, and Margot Robbie from Mary Queen of Scots. All right. Best Supporting Actor, Dools. First one off the bat, I think we need to recognise the winner of the Golden Globe, the guy who's going through a Margot Robbie phase at the moment as well, absolutely blowing the fuck up, Mahershala Ali.
He just came onto the scene, man. I think the first role, I don't know if it was the very first thing I saw him in, the first thing I saw him in that I was like, this fucking guy has got something, was Moonlight. And so...
He was in House of Cards as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Daredevil. No, Luke Cage.
I think I saw Moonlight before Luke Cage, but no, you're right. House of Cards I completely forgot about. I guess in a feature film role, yeah, he always did impress me in House of Cards, but I think Moonlight even more so.
He won it for Moonlight, Best Supporting Actor.
And then, well, there you go. And then, oh god, what else? There was something else that he was in.
Lately, I know what you're thinking of as lately. It's he was a voice in Spider-Man.
Oh, okay, cool. As the dad, yeah. Oh no, as Prowler?
As the uncle.
Yeah. Dope. Damn, they had a good cast for that. You haven't got Best Animated here, but I think it's because we already know it's going to...
We know, it's either going to be... There'll be 3 contenders. Third place is going to go to I Love Dogs. Second place would be Incredibles 2, but I think that nothing's going to touch Spider-Verse.
Academy, just get it right.
Yeah, Blake.
Don't fucking give it to Pixar, just because you think that's the palatable and easy and mainstream choice.
I'm scared they're going to do it. Man, I'm really scared.
I think if you're looking at it's called Best Animated Film for a reason. You got to look at the animation, and dude, bar none, Pixar. Yeah, of course, their animation is unbelievable and amazing, but we've seen it before. Spider-Man it's nothing short of revolutionary. That animation style, it's dope as hell, and I think he told me Sony trademarked it because they realized how fucking dope it was.
Oh really?
So or didn't you tell me that?
Sorry. I'm just reading up on Mahershala Ali. Sorry, he was in Predators in 2010.
Oh, okay, right. I don't remember that, but yeah, I think I'm also thinking of him, and he was very good in Luke Cage. That was the one redeeming factor.
He's in the Hunger Games as well.
Oh, okay.
Part 1, Part 2.
So yeah, I think his villain role in
a lot.
his villain role in Luke Cage did
Cottonmouth, yeah.
Did show me that this guy's got something good. Like, you know, he would steal every scene he was in. So I was like, this guy's got something special. And so that's why I think Green Book comes out next week, as in following week. So
I'm trying to get us ticks.
We're gonna keep an eye out for that.
I probably won't be able to, but Green Book looks exceptional. Looks like a great time. I think they were both incredibly excited.
So interestingly, Viggo is considered the lead in that film. Yeah. So okay.
Right. So Mahershala Ali for Green Book definitely going to be nominated.
Sweet.
This is one you haven't seen. This, I reckon. Richard E. Grant out of Can You Ever Forgive Me is definitely going to be nominated.
Okay. Have you seen it?
Yes. The dynamic between him and Melissa McCarthy is fucking excellent. It's literally the only reason why I'd recommend this film, because I think the film lacks a lot of depth, and the only main drawing point is this relationship that Melissa McCarthy and Richard E. Grant have. Richard E. Grant is just, I think he just almost steals the film from McCarthy.
Well.
I think that Richard E. Grant will definitely be nominated. Next pick, I reckon we can both agree.
Fuck yes.
Sam Elliott out of The Star Is Born. I've said this every time I talk about Star Is Born, that Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga...
He'll always be my General Ross has.
Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, excellent in the film, but you put Sam Elliott in a scene with anybody in Hollywood, and he's stealing that fucking scene straight away. Yeah. He still looks the exact same as he did in Big Lebowski. They call him the dude. I think that he absolutely... as I said, steals every scene that he's in. In particular, the scene in the car in Star Is Born. I think that scene alone is going to get him.
I think also when he was kind of dropping knowledge on Bradley about the father, and just he was never there for you. He fucking, he sold the place, or I don't know. I forget exactly how it went, but I mean, that was just damn. It feels like these guys have been through some shit, and they're just they've just walked onto set one day. It's exactly. Fuck, are you feeling this, man?
I reckon he absolutely deserves the nomination. I don't think he'll win. I think Mahershala will win. I think my next pick will win. Is Timothy Chalamet out of...
Speaking of Academy obsessions.
Yeah. Timothy Chalamet, I think, should win for Beautiful Boy.
Well, let's not talk about who should win yet. So
yeah, true. Well, he's my favourite at the moment.
Okay.
Timothy Chalamet literally. So, A Beautiful Boy is about.
Sorry to interrupt, but he was in 2 films this year, correct, or last year?
Call Me by Your Name technically was released in Australia last year.
Okay.
In
but
January.
This is the Steve Carell one that you're thinking of.
Okay. Yes. Beautiful Boy. Yeah. So he plays the son to Steve Carell.
He just going to be typecast in these coming-of-age dramas until he no longer looks the part.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a true story about this teenager that becomes an ice addict. And it's so fucking real. It's not like any drug addiction movie you've ever seen, because it's so much more real than that. It's not just a point for point. I think you can agree when I explain this, right? Point for point, a drug addiction story is they're normal, they try their first drug, they get addicted to it, they start to get good, then they relapse, and then they see the good in their family and stuff, and the love that their family has in it, and then they get clean completely. It's not like that.
Okay.
At all.
That kind of... I feel like that spoils it for me a little bit.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Trust me, it doesn't.
Alright. I'm trusting you, Haz.
It's so much
more... We're all trusting you.
It's literally... if anyone's had a relative that is being addicted to a substance, it's very, very relatable. Yeah. It's very relatable and it's very real, and I think Timothy Chalamet completely dominated the role. I think he absolutely...
But, sorry, this is for Best Supporting.
Yeah.
Steve Carell's the lead?
Carell's the lead, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's all about him and dealing with the son.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
I think it'd be argued again. I think it's another Green Book situation. Either one could be. But no, I think Timothy Chalamet completely dominated the role. I think he absolutely deserves the nomination. I think he deserves the win.
Did he win Golden Globes?
No, Mahershala Ali did.
Damn right he did.
Damn right. All right,
right.
5th spot, right? So far we've got Mahershala, Richard E. Grant, Sam Elliott, Timothy Chalamet. 5th spot, I think, can go to one of 3 people. Michael B. Jordan out of Black Panther. What do you think?
I'm really intrigued to see whether Black Panther gets its Best Picture nod. As for any other category, I mean, it could be in special effects, and I think Infinity War, if it's not nominated, oh my god, like, I'm gonna I'll flip out, dude. Whether it gets a nod for Best Actor or Supporting, I don't know. That's interesting.
Well, my second pick for the fifth spot...
I don't think it will.
I don't think he will. My second pick for the fifth spot is Sam Rockwell out of Vice for George W. Bush. Don't think it?
He's barely in it, man.
Yeah?
I think Steve Carell, if anything, as Donald Rumsfeld.
Yeah, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
well, my third pick, which I think will take number 5 spot, is Adam Driver out of BlacKkKlansman. I think he's awesome in that film. I think that film needed someone like Adam Driver to really take that role.
Yeah.
And he really complements John David Washington, definitely.
I'll be completely honest with you. I love Adam Driver. I think he's an excellent actor. I didn't see what he brought to it that anyone else could have.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're saying.
Was there anyone else?
That's not criticizing his performance. I guess that is criticizing it, but I just if you got any other dude, I think he would have just done his job. And
any other dude? So Jeff Bridges.
Oh, you shouldn't have said Jeff Bridges because he definitely would have done it.
Do you have anyone on the top of your head that could have taken that fifth spot? That could take that fifth spot?
Best supporting. Again, I'm so bad at remembering because there were so many good movies, man. Yeah, I mean, right. Anyone you have or.
That's my list. That's my list.
I should have made it. But yeah.
That's why I said make a list. But that's alright. Well, we'll come back to it anyway for nomination when nominations come out anyway. So Best Actress, Dools. Alright. I'm going to list off winner of the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Drama was Glenn Close out of The Wife. I think that this is her year. I reckon she's going to win the Oscar as well. And she's definitely going to get nominated. She's been nominated 6 times for Oscar, never won. So I reckon Glenn Close is going to win.
And she got, what did she win the Golden Globes? Was that a Lifetime Achievement Award or something? Or
nope, she won I literally just said this.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. I know you're looking stuff up in the phone to talk about. So she won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Drama.
Okay, cool.
For The Wife, the film The Wife. And the winner for the Best Actress in Comedy/Musical, can't wait till Oscar season when we stop saying this shit, was Olivia Colman out of The Favourite. She was also in The Lobster. She was the owner of the hotel in The Lobster.
Oh, cool. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So obviously the director loves her. Same with Rachel Weisz. Rachel Weisz is in The Favourite, also in The Lobster.
It's Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell was in Killing a Sacred Deer and The Lobster. Not this one. At least I don't think so. I think he's the one. I reckon they're the 2 absolute shoehorns, as well as Lady Gaga out of A Star Is Born. I don't think she'll win, but I reckon the Academy will definitely give her a nod. Especially this is her first feature film, and she really stood her ground.
Yeah, I think she's undoubtedly going to be nominated. And yeah, I agree.
Okay, cool. So last 2 spots. Melissa McCarthy, I think, will definitely be nominated for Can You Ever Forgive Me?
You think Mary fucking Poppins is going to be in
Stop looking at my list. I think Melissa McCarthy is definitely going to win for Can You Ever Forgive Me? I reckon she really stood her ground in that role. As I said with Richard E. Grant, their performances are worth the price of admission alone. Not really the plot because it doesn't have that much depth. But
I've got a little curveball for you. I'm going to throw out Emily Blunt, and I'm going to throw in Viola Davis, Widows.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, that's a good pick. So again, 5th spot would be a bit shaky. I was like Emily Blunt for Mary Poppins because the Academy loves Mary Poppins.
I'm seeing a lot of little prediction lists. I'm cheating because I'm not using my own knowledge, but the wide web. Yalitza Aparicio in Roma, who played Cleo.
Yeah.
People think might get a nod, so I don't think it's out of the question. The Oscars love to throw a bone to the foreign films.
They did a couple of years ago. They nominated that French actress for Elle.
And plus, even though it's not entirely the same, but I don't think many people would have guessed Lupita Nyong'o getting Best Actress or Best Supporting Actress in 12 years, and I think that blew her up. So so I think and she was like, because I mean a lot of people seem it seems rare that an unknown gets it, and that was like Lupita. So I mean, whether this young girl in Roma gets it, I mean, who knows? You really never know.
Like, you do never know. She was excellent in Roma.
Yeah.
I put Emily Blunt on there for either Mary Poppins or hopefully a bit more for Quiet Place. Because Academy love her, but the Academy love Mary Poppins. They love Mary Poppins. So that's my Best Actresses. That's me. Do you move on to Best Actor?
Let's do it.
Okay, so Best Actor, I think we can both agree top 3 are definitely going to be nominated. Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep.
Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born.
Mm-hmm.
And Christian Bale for Vice.
100%.
I reckon they're locked in.
100%.
I reckon there is no doubt that they're going to be nominated. Alright, so we've got the remaining 2 spots. I reckon Viggo Mortensen for Green Book.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting so much praise, and he's got a massive campaign behind him. He got nominated for a Golden Globe, so that really helps. So the 5th spot, I reckon, can go to a lot of people. I can go to... Oh, you want to say?
Oh, sure, yeah. I got a couple here.
Go ahead.
I think, even though we mentioned him before, and even though I was a little surprised, but at the same time, not really, Ryan Gosling.
Yep, I got him here as well.
So I think, I wouldn't rule him out. And again, this is prediction, so we'll throw him in there.
Academy loves the Goz.
He does. Well, they do.
They do.
John David Washington.
Yes,
Black Klansman.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing a lot. I'm yet to see this film, but I'm just seeing his name pop up everywhere. Ethan Hawke from First Reformed.
I saw First Reformed. I think he should be nominated as well.
Awesome. When did you see it?
Like March last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it a good movie?
Yeah, it's good. Like, he completely carries it, but it's a good movie.
Cool.
I also think that as soon as I say this, you might agree that, especially because it might be his last film, they're going to throw a nomination at Mr. Robert Redford.
Get off my lawn, you... Oh, sorry. I think you're going to say...
Clint Eastwood.
Oh, okay.
No. Robert Redford for The Old Man and the Gun.
Couldn't have fucked that up more. I mean, look, let's be honest. When I saw him in The Mule, when I saw what he looked like, I'm like, yeah, you might be right. It might be his last movie. But unfortunately... Robert Redford. No, he did say he's finishing with that, didn't he? I mean, he did say he's retiring. So I guess it is his last
he's starting to back away from that, saying that.
Oh,
yeah. So we'll see. Maybe because he loves it so much. Who knows?
It's like Daniel Day-Lewis. It's like, okay, you're retiring.
Yeah, and then he comes back out, Oscar, whatever. All right, see you later. Robert Redford for Old Man and the Gun.
Fandom Thread. That was last year, wasn't it?
I think the year before. I think last year.
Yeah. Okay. God, because I was going to say we shouldn't have left him out. Yeah.
Year before. He got nominated for it. Year before.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I agree. Robert Redford. I'm also seeing. I'm yet to see this as well. Willem Dafoe for at Eternity's Gate. So I don't know. Maybe.
Good on him. I think he got nominated for that for Golden Globe as well.
So, yeah, possibly.
Yep. At Eternity's Gate, Willem Dafoe nominee.
Possibly.
Dude, Willem Dafoe is one weird-looking motherfucker.
I love him, dude. I think he's great.
Awesome. He's so awesome.
I think he's so good.
He was so good in Aquaman. They should nominate him for Aquaman.
Yeah, he was.
All right, Dools. So, for Best Actor, we've got Rami Malek, Bradley Cooper, Christian Bale, Viggo Mortensen, and shall we just say Robert Redford? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Best Picture, Dools.
Yep.
We've come to the last award. Best Picture, what are your clear lock-ins of who's going to get nominated?
Best Picture, I'll give you what I think. Vice.
Boom.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Let's say 7?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'll give as many as I can think of, then you can finish up and add any that I've missed. Vice, Bohemian Rhapsody, A Star Is Born.
Yep.
I'm really struggling as to whether Roma gets in there. I
think it'll be nominated for best
foreign. Yeah. So no to Roma. First Man.
First Man.
Yeah.
Oh, big pick for Dools.
All right.
Dude, I don't think First Man's getting nominated.
If there's 7, I think it gets in there. I don't think it wins, but I think
you got to think of the favourite. If Beale Street could talk,
you're going on about how they love the Goz and Chazelle, so
yeah, but it's not getting enough praise. It's not getting enough. It's not getting enough campaigning behind it either. Like, it would be a surprise. Like, I'll love it if it's there. Don't get me wrong. I loved First Man. But I don't think it will get nominated. Also, Black Klansman I think that will get nominated.
Black Panther.
I reckon they'll probably Black Panther's
the amount of campaigning going on.
They're campaigning fucking hard. So
it's getting a nod. It will get a nod.
I don't think it will win, but I think.
I love Marvel movies. I like Black Panther a lot. If it wins, that's a travesty.
Yeah, because Infinity War's a better film. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Well, but yeah, there's just so many more.
And Green Book, by the way.
And Green Book, I agree. Yep.
So I've got 8 here. Sorry. Well, let's say there's 8.
Okay. Well, I guess if we have to narrow down to 7, then I guess we cut out First Man.
Yeah. Okay, but we're not carrying out. If
that was hanging by a thread, but I just thought,
Okay. Well, we both agree. Star Is Born would be there.
Yes.
Green Book.
Yes.
Favorite.
No.
You don't think favorite?
I mean, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I haven't seen. Is it really meant to be that good?
Yeah, it's getting a lot. It's one of the. It's dare I say, it's one of the favorites. Vice. Is that a yes?
That was a great little joke there, Has.
Thank you.
I just wanted to give you the recognition that you so clearly deserve.
For my consideration, thank you. So Vice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Okay, so we've got Star Is Born, Green Book, Vice. Definitely in for you. If Beale Street Could Talk, Barry Jenkins.
What do you think?
It's got a massive campaign behind it. And, it's looking like it will get nominated. So I'd put that up. I'd also put up Bohemian Rhapsody, especially because of what's happening now.
7. Yeah.
And I've got Bohemian Rhapsody on top of that as well. So if I was to take one out, I'd take out Black Panther.
I really do think it would be nominated though.
Ooh, yeah. Well, if I was to take one out, I'd probably take out.
Because dude, the cultural phenomenon this had. Imagine the shit the Oscars will get for not even nominating it. True. Oh my god.
So if I had to pick 7, it'd be Star Is Born, Green Book, The Favourite, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Panther, and Vice. That's my 7.
What if Bohemian Rhapsody isn't nominated?
That's it's not out of the question. I don't think it deserves to win.
I don't even know if it deserves to be nominated.
No, it's not an unfair argument.
I think it's just because of how good Raimi's performance is. But then, if they're so antsy about the Best Director thing, why would it get Best Picture? And why, fuck the Golden Globes, no one cares.
Golden Globes doesn't matter. It's completely different people nominating this.
And they were dude, they can change their nominations whenever they want. Well, that's not entirely true, but I mean, they're yet to come out. So, I mean, there would be a little bit of deliberation required, but at the same time, it only takes, the Academy to look at, the controversy, largely online, but maybe it's elsewhere, of Bohemian Rhapsody getting Best Drama, and that they can be like, how about we just avoid controversy altogether this year? They've already had the Kevin Hart thing. I think they just want to fucking just be like, let's just get on with the fucking show.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. I think we've seen omissions due to controversy before. James Franco not getting nominated for Best Actor. So, yeah, I think I'm not certain it's a lock at all.
Okay.
For nominee. So I think whatever we were thinking of replacing it.
So you want
the
Star
favourite?
Is Born, Green Book. You put the favourite, Black Klansman.
Yes.
Vice.
I think that's the list. Bohemian Rhapsody isn't there.
You think that's the list?
That's the list.
So instead of Bohemian Rhapsody, it's If Beale Street Could Talk. So no First Man?
No First Man and no Bohemian Rhapsody.
So your list is Star Is Born, Green Book, The Favourite.
And I haven't seen 3 of those. Green Book I've just seen, you can tell.
Yeah,
But and The Favourite, I'm taking your word for it as well as Beale Street.
So Star Is Born, Green Book, Favourite, Black Klansman, Black Panther, If Beale Street Could Talk, and Vice. That's a good list. Dools, I reckon we got it. I reckon that's going to be it. But
as you said, it's had up to 10 before, so if there's 2 more, then Bohemian First Man, I think, very likely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, and then if there's like another one, then we got, you can chuck in Venom.
Yeah. We could do that.
Alright, Dools, we've gone to the end of the show. So next week will be a complete Glass review.
Yes.
It comes out in a couple of days when this airs in Australia. I for one am very excited of the film. We'll do a full in-depth review, spoiler, but we'll also start it with unspoilered.
Start with a little 5-minute kind of spoiler-free, what we think, whether you should go see it, and then we'll get into the plot and dissect it all and
absolutely
split that baby right open.
Exactly. But until then, Dools, I'm off duty.
You didn't notice that, did you? Split that baby right open.
I'm off duty.